Hi friends, in this video we are going to see about the story The Princess in the Frog Skin. Once very long ago there lived a king in Russia. He had 3 sons. All 3 of them were brave and handsome. They loved their father and were ever ready to do whatever he told them to do. None of them was married. The king was getting old. One day the king called them and said, "Sons, I am growing old. I want that you should get married. I want to see my grandchild in my lifetime. I am giving you 3 arrows. Go to the garden and shoot 1 arrow each. Then follow the arrow. Wherever your arrow falls, you will meet your bride there." Their sons were very obedient. They took 1 arrow each and went to the garden. Then they shot their arrows and followed their respective arrows. The arrow of elder son fell in the garden of a minister. At that time, his daughter was strolling in the garden. She picked up the arrow. Just then the king's son arrived there and the beautiful maiden agreed to marry him. The arrow of the second son fell in the backyard of a rich businessman. His daughter picked up the arrow and she agreed to marry the king's second son. The third son, whose name was Taras, followed his arrow to a swamp where it fell. To his disappointment, he found a she-frog sitting there. The frog proposed to Taras and he had to accept the proposal. The 3 sons then returned to their father's palace and married their respective brides. The 2 elder sons were happy to marry beautiful brides. However, Taras was not happy at marrying a she-frog. After the marriage, the king called his 3 sons and said, "Now that you are married, I want to test which of my daughter-in-law are more capable enough. I want each one to stitch a shirt for me. The shirt should be ready tomorrow." Taras was very upset. How could he tell his frog wife stitch a shirt? Seeing his upset, his wife asked him why he was so upset. He told her that his father had asked him to stitch a shirt for him. As his wife told him not to worry, after Taras went to the bed, the frog cast off her frog skin and out emerged a beautiful princess. Her name was Basilia. She asked her maid servant and ordered them to stitch a beautiful shirt for her father-in-law. When the prince woke up in the morning, he saw the most beautiful shirt neatly kept on the table. He took the shirt and showed it to the father. The king was very happy. The shirts stitched by his elder daughters-in-law were very badly made. He kept them aside and wore the shirt made by Taras' wife. The 2 elder brothers grew jealous of Taras. They thought that his wife was a witch. Next day he summoned his sons and said, "Today I want to test the culinary skill of your wives. Ask them to bake a delicious cake for me." Once again Taras grew upset. He went and told his wife that his father wanted her to bake a delicious cake. Once again he told him to sleep peacefully. Once again she shed her frog skin and out came Basilia. She called her servants and told them to bake a delicious cake. So that the delicious cake was baked. This time too king liked the cake baked by Taras' wife. The cake of the other 2 daughters-in-law were very badly burnt and the king threw away their cakes. The 2 brothers were very unhappy and grew jealous more of Taras. Next the king arranged a party in honor of his daughter-in-law. He called his 3 sons to him and told them to come to the party with their wives. Once again Taras grew upset. How could I take my frog wife to the party? His elder brothers went to their home happily and told their wives to get ready for the party. The brides were very happy and started preparing for the party. Taras also told his wife about the party. His wife said to him, "You need not worry, I will manage everything. You can go to the party and I will follow you a little later. Before I arrive, there will be a rumbling sound. Then you may tell everybody that your frog wife is coming to the party in a carriage." Evening arrived and Taras went to the palace to attend the party. His brothers teased him, "Where is your frog wife? You could have bought her in your pocket," they said. But Taras kept quiet. Just then they heard a rumbling sound. Taras said, "My wife is coming. I can hear the sound of the carriage." His brothers and their wife laughed at him. However, they were surprised when they saw a carriage arriving. It was a magnificent golden carriage pulled by 6 horses. Basilia stepped out of it dressed to the most beautiful evening gown. Tara's face brightened up. His father welcomed the young bride and led her to the hall. The party began. After dinner dance was arranged, everybody presented was surprised to see Frog wife dancing with perfect rhythm. Taras was beside him with joy. His frog wife had turned out to be the most beautiful and charming damsel. He rushed to his home. He wanted to see if Basilia was really his frog wife. In their bedroom, he saw the frog skin. He picked it up and threw it into the fire. He thought his wife would ever remain in a human form. But lol, Basilia has disappeared. In fact, she was under the spell of a cruel giant called Namisha. She was safe as long as she remained in her frog skin. Without the frog skin, the chain was able to harm her. Her carried away to the castle, which was situated far away on the hill. Taras was now very sad. He did not know where his wife had disappeared. He went in search of the beautiful wife. He travelled day and night, entered a deep forest. There he met an old man. The old man was appeared to be very kind. He offered Taras food and asked him to rest for a while. After Taras had rested, the old man asked him why he looked so sad. Taras told him his entire story. The old man said to him, "Your wife is Basilia. She is very charming princess. Cruel giant Namushi had carried her away to the castle. She was safe as long as she was entrapped in the frog skin. You burnt away the frog skin. Therefore the giant got a chance to carry her away. Now you can get her back to your patient, courage and brave." He gave him a magic ball. Roll this ball and follow it closely. I'm sure you will be able to free your wife from the cruel giant's grip. Taras thanked the old man and rode away to the north direction. He rolled the ball and followed it. The ball rolled and rolled until it reached the feet of a big bear. Taras wanted to kill the bear. However, before he could aim for the arrow, the bear said, "Please spare me. I will help you in your mission." Taras did not kill the bear. He followed the ball. Very soon, the ball stopped near the dark. Taras took the arrow again to kill the dark, but the dark also said, "Please don't kill me. I shall help you in your mission." Once again, Taras kept his bow, following the magical ball. The ball rolled on to the nearby lake. The rabbit was resting in the bank, and a pig was swimming in the lake. They too requested Taras to spare their life and promised him that they could help the mission. And so Taras continued rolling the ball. Next, the ball stopped near a hut in which there lived a witch. The witch was named Baba Volga. She knew who Taras was and why he was there. She laughed wickedly and said, "You are Basilia's brave husband, but she is in a prison with Jane Nomeshi. Soon she will be his bride. Ha ha ha. You want to set her free, but you don't know even where my cousin Nomeshi is living. It is not easy to kill him." Just then he saw the magical ball. The color of her cheeks faded. She said, "So the good old man had already blessed you with the ball? Now I have to help you. I must tell you how to kill Namashashi. His life is in a thin needle. If the needle is broken, he will die. The needle is enclosed in an egg which is entrapped in a duck. The duck is inside a rabbit. The rabbit is peacefully sleeping in a wooden box that is kept on the branches of a very high tree near Namashi's house. Now you may go and try to free your bride." Taras rode the horse. After 2 days of journey, he came to the hill where Namashi's lived. He climbed up to the tall tree. As he took out the wooden box, it slipped out of his hand. However, the big bear came running and held the box on his back. The chest was open and the rabbit hopped out of it. Just then another rabbit appeared and caught the first rabbit and killed it. He tore the stomach and came out a duck. The duck laid an egg which fell into the nearby lake. The Taras jumped into the lake to catch out the egg. The pig came to help him. As soon as Taras caught the egg, he broke it and there came a thin needle. Taras took hold of the needle and bent it. Suddenly he saw Namachi standing in front of the castle. He appeared to be in great pain. Taras bent the needle. The giant also bent. He cried out for help. He felt a burning sensation in his body. After a while, Taras broke the needle into 2 pieces. As soon as the needle broke, the giant also fell dead on the ground. Taras entered the castle and released all the innocent people whom the giant had made prisoners. He came upon Princess Basilia. He released her and took her home. Then they two lived happily. Thank you for watching.